That's rolling. Well, hi, Abigail.
Hello.
So YouTube, I just picked up Abigail from her work. She works at a chocolate pastry ice cream shop. And she gets to taste for free.
We do free samples, yes.
Oh wait, I can come for the samples.
Yeah, you could.
I can taste everything for free.
Well, maybe not everything.
Not
But
everything.
you can taste gelato for free.
There you go. That'll be a nice break from driving for Uber. Well, next time when I'm driving by and I have no customers, I may stop by.
Sounds good.
Okay, and then I was talking to her, so I dislike her already because she works at a shop like that. Plus she has self-control, which I absolutely don't. Anyway, that's for another day. But then I was talking to her, so she has two majors. Just, you know, those easy things like space, what was it again?
Aerospace engineering.
Aerospace engineering.
And computer science.
And computer science. And she's she's ahead of her classes for a whole semester. So school told her to please go stay home because you're going too fast. Is that about right?
Because some classes are only available certain semesters. So because I did I'm up to calculus 3 and like dynamics and statics and stuff. So I already completed those and I'm only a sophomore. So
then why don't they ask you to just progress to the junior level?
Because classes aren't available. They're only they start junior opening level classes this semester. Or not this semester, last semester, whenever I was taking my sophomore ones. But since I took them all at once, there's nothing for me to take this semester.
So did you ever test your IQ?
No.
No? Mine is above average.
That's nice.
I don't even remember what it was. It just made me smile when I did it. But you know, one of these tests on the internet. I'm not sure if that's valid, but anyway.
Yeah.
But you must be super intelligent because if you do two difficult majors like that and you're ahead of your classes, then
I just really like mathematics. I think of it as a language. So whenever I'm learning stuff for mathematics, it's nice for me to just remember all the rules for it, and it just feels like a language to me.
It basically is a language, right?
Because it stays the same.
It stays the same. And doesn't it try to describe nature?
How things work, and
how things work, yeah.
A lot of upper level calculus is used for describing area of things that aren't measurable. So it's microscopic things and stuff you can't see, but it can be explained.
Yeah, with mathematics as well. Huh, that is so fascinating. And so why aerospace engineering? You want to go work for SpaceX?
Lockheed was what I originally wanted, but I also wanted to go into the Navy and be a pilot because I have a private pilot's license.
You have a private pilot license already?
I have 90 plus hours.
Wow. You want to marry me? Oh no, wait, I'm married. I'm sorry, baby. She got a pilot license. Jeez. So when did you do that though? Because you don't seem that old.
High school.
During high school you did your pilot license. How many hours?
So you need it depends on airports sometimes, but you can get a private pilot's license after taking a certain course.
Don't you need
you can work towards getting instrument ratings, engine, but that stuff is things that you do have an hour requirement that you have to do. Right now I just fly Cessnas, so
sure.
that's not too complicated, but if I did an instrument rating, then you would get into commercial and all of that stuff.
So you didn't do those yet?
No.
But you're interested?
I don't intend on doing them soon at least.
But you just said that you are doubting between working for Lockheed, which is a real possibility with your studies, or becoming a Navy pilot, which seems like the big adventure.
Oh yeah.
The open seas and landing on an aircraft carrier is one of the most difficult tasks that a human can perform. Oh, yeah. And imagine in a storm at night on a tiny little spot in a speck in the ocean, and you have to land a supersonic jet on there. That's just crazy.
It's scary, but also the adrenaline rush of it all would be super nice. Because I'm also a big adrenaline junkie, and I've been in like JROTC programs and like went to Paris Island and stuff like that, and like.
What is Paris Island? What is that?
It's a marine training thing.
Okay.
So like there's this thing there called the confidence course, and there's like a bunch of really high obstacles, and I'm scared. This is gonna be ironic. I'm scared of heights.
Okay.
But I'm a pilot, and so I'm just like, whenever I'm not in a plane, I register the heights more. But in Paris Island, there's this thing called an obstacle course, or a confidence course, and like they put you on like really high things, and you just have to jump down. Like,
and that is scary.
It is really scary.
It is, yeah.
But like the adrenaline leading up to it, like because you have to climb up on these like logs that go higher and higher, and you have to jump in the mulch. The adrenaline of it is like astonishing. Like it's really addicting.
So what is it gonna be?
What was that?
So what is it gonna be? Lockheed or the US Navy?
I'm not too sure yet. I'm in a Navy ROTC program, but I have until my junior year to like sign whether or not I'm going.
Oh, so I did NGROTC in high school, but you're doing it right now in college.
I did NJROTC my freshman year at a different high school, but I did Army ROTC my sophomore, junior, senior year.
So why don't you do the Navy JROTC?
Because when I moved different schools, I couldn't. It wasn't an option.
Right. Actually, I went on a Tiger cruise on the aircraft carrier, the Enterprise, from Hawaii to San Francisco when I was 18.
That sounds fun.
Long time ago. But that was just the most amazing ship I've ever seen in my life. Like, I seen about like 100 and something airplanes take off in 2 hours time. No, was it maybe a little longer, but it was like, wow, it's just amazing how that all works together, and so many people on deck and all these airplanes, and
everyone has a job, everything has to be done.
And knows exactly what they have to do.
And like the different colored vests and stuff.
Yeah. But I always wanted to be a pilot. That just seems to me like the ultimate adventure to navigate a plane like that. Especially those jets. They're just like the Hornet, right?
Yeah.
They fly, but also even the bigger ones. They're just such amazing machines.
That's part of the fun about aerospace engineering. Is I have some courses that are like jet mechanics and like jet propulsion, and like I can learn about the engineering behind those aircrafts. Yeah. So like that's
honestly though, with your IQ, with your kind of the way you go fast through college and everything, I think though becoming a Navy pilot after a couple of years would start to be boring for you.
Yeah.
That's what my stomach tells me. I think that Lockheed would be so much more like research and science interesting to you. That keeps being interesting, probably.
It's also super like not many people get into those fields. Like my brother-in-law is a design engineer for like an aerospace company. He designs like plane seats and stuff. But like him getting that, he only got an associate's in engineering, but he like worked his way up in the industry.
Sure, yeah.
And like getting something like that's really difficult, and especially like I do go to an aerospace centric university. But like even then, there's so many people going for the same thing that it's like really difficult to ensure you'll get something like that.
Yeah. But also the combination of science, the aerospace science and computer science, because AI is making such a huge flight. How do you say that? Making so much progress, AI at the moment.
Like
development that makes us so much more productive with programming and designing computer systems. But it's so interesting if you have a research field like aerospace, to use computers to investigate and research more, and it's just gonna like, I don't know, though probably it's gonna blow your mind when you use AI in those kind of research fields in the next like 20-30 years. It's just going to be amazing.
Oh yeah.
What those people are going to be accomplishing, right? And I'm not sure I would choose for Lockheed, because Lockheed is like mostly a military kind of organization. I'd probably choose Star, a civil organization. But hey, that's up to you.
They get contracted to do a lot of like fighter jets or like any sort
they
of
do. Yeah, they
Navy aircraft, Air Force aircrafts.
Yeah. What are some of their aircraft that Lockheed makes?
I'm not too sure specific ones. I know a lot of them, like recently they have been contracted for something that's technically classified, but like we're aware that it's happening. Like they're trying to develop next gen fighters already for like any particular reason.
It's so cool though. Okay, so now you're having how do you say that? A season off. So what are your plans? You're just working in the chocolate factory?
Yeah, pretty much.
And relaxing?
I don't, well, like, I have a couple friends who are still in college and like still going through like calculus 2, so on and so forth. And like I help them. I also write and do that kind of stuff because like I like math, but I also like writing and literature.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Which is
that's
ironic.
An odd, yeah,
because usually you get one or the other. Like you don't like
exactly.
both. But I've always grown up like reading stuff, and like I really liked books, and like I like writing them. And whenever I'm stressed, I'll just like write.
Have you written a book yourself yet?
When I was in like high school, I tried. Like I got like 100 plus pages, but they weren't like good.
Wow. what was it about?
It was just like one of those things, like XYZ people in high school do strange things.
Sure.
Things happen.
Sure.
Like it wasn't good, but it was like.
But you enjoy doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to do. Like to just sometimes be like, yeah, I'm gonna sit down and write this chapter or two.
Well, you have an inquisitive mind, I suppose. So then definitely research is your thing.
I just like my one kryptonite is I am not the best working with people.
Did you just say my one kryptonite?
Yes. Well, because it's like the main thing I struggle with all the time is like I'm really bad in groups. I get really, like in college I would get really controlling during like laboratories and stuff because I'm like, this is how I want it to be done and I know this is right.
It has to be your way.
Yeah.
Or the highway.
So like that's why I'm a little iffy on like Lockheed. I know there's a lot of collaboration, and I've learned from my brother-in-law. They're like, you have to deal with idiots a lot. And
you're well prepared.
Oh yeah. But I don't think you're ever truly prepared to deal with like idiots with a degree. So like.
Oh, but there must be a lot of nerds in there.
Yeah.
Like the higher you get in research and science and all of that, the nerdier probably it gets. But they probably have the same tics like you. They probably want to have it exactly done their way.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can see those fights happening. Sure.
Yeah. It's one of the things I need to like sometimes step back and be like, okay, maybe their way is better. Like I had a design class where we worked in this program called CATIA. That's like a 3-dimensional rendering thing.
Okay.
And we had a final project where we had to like render like so many parts in one assembly.
Okay.
And we chose to just do something simple like a lamp, but we had to like add a twist. We added like walking legs and a mechanic system to make it walk like a Pixar lamp.
Okay.
But I had my way that I thought we were going to build it, and like I sketched it all out, and I was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. But my whole group was like, no,
oh, really?
I don't want to do that. And I'm like, okay. And by the time like we ended up procrastinating it so long because I did not agree with how they were doing it, but that's how the majority ruled it to be done. So I was like,
majority rule. And so you swallowed, and then finally it got done in another way.
Yeah. I still felt like it wasn't right. We got a passing grade on it, and it was a pretty good grade, but it was also because like the professor wasn't grading on per se like what we built, but that all the drawing sheets were like right, everything was like dimensioned properly, everything was rendered properly, like that kind of stuff. But I still am a perfectionist and was like, this just doesn't feel like it's gonna work. Like if we 3D printed it, it would be all sorts of wrong.
Anyway, it sounds to me though, because you're ahead of the class, that you're going to be a leader, and once you work in research or whatever, as long as you're the boss of the department, or as long as you're the leader of the group, it can be done your way.
Oh, yeah.
But you gotta learn your merits, and before you get there, you have to learn how to work in the group.
Unfortunately.
But I definitely, working in the Navy will definitely do that to you. It makes you team dependent, especially if you like. I had this guy from the Marines in the car the other day, and it's really not about you. It's all about like the group and the team, and that's what you learn in the Marines. Maybe a couple of years in the Marines would do you some good.
Maybe.
But no, you're an amazing person. That's for sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I hope you get to investigate a lot of cool stuff in your life, do a lot of good research for humanity. And,
hopefully I can do something good for humanity.
Yeah.
It's not going to have some sort of drastic repercussion down the line, like any sort of innovation has.
Well, I mean, here, but you know, I mean, a tool like a hammer can be used for building a home, and it can be used for horrible things, right? I can smack somebody's head with it. So it's really not about the tool. It's about what we do with it.
It's like the whole Iron Man thing, where it's like these things could be used for good, but...
Exactly. Your name is Abigail. Isn't that like from Catch Me If You Can, from that movie?
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Oh, you haven't seen that yet? Oh, go see it. With Tom Hanks. It's fantastic.
What's it about?
It's about this guy. It's about airplanes too. It's about this kid basically that sees that his parents are rather poor, and so he finds ways to fly for free. But he is like misrepresenting himself as an airline pilot. He just bought himself an airline jacket and hat and stripes and everything. So everybody thinks that he's an airline pilot, and they'll let him fly for free on like the third seat in the cockpit. In those days, it was in the 60s, and then he starts to falsify checks, and eventually he gets caught falsifying checks. But he did it so well. But now I'm going to spoiler alert, the end. He did it so well that eventually the FBI gives him a job.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and it's a true story. It really happened.
It really did?
It really did.
Wow.
And it's very interesting, but I just love Tom Hanks. He's just such a good guy. Hello, sir. Do you need to see an ID?
What, you delivered something?
Yes, I delivered a young Abigail lady here. I'm an Uber.
That's okay.
That's good? All right, thanks a lot. I did not expect, because there's no gate, so I did not expect to see a guy there. All right. Catch Me If You Can.
Oh,
and it has the name Abigail in there. I don't know why. Maybe his name is Abigail or so.
The guy?
Yeah, maybe. That doesn't make any sense because it's a female name, right?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway. But it is about flying, so you may enjoy that. Oh, birdie. You may enjoy that.
It's gonna be the next one.
Oh.
Yeah, the streets are one way.
Oh, because it's one way?
Yeah.
Then I have to go around.
Makes it a little easier to get out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is a real holiday place, alright?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Definitely seasonal.
Well, Abigail, it was nice talking to you.
It was nice talking to you too. Nice to meet you.
Please like and subscribe. Which one?
Right here. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye bye.